I'm Anya from Capala, and you're listening to Grit City Punk.
Jiggle Down Productions.
Hey, it's Grit City Punk, Tacoma's underground music and variety show. I'm Jeremy, your host. Glad to be back for another episode. Got an absolute banger of an episode. Got an interview with Anya from Capala. And we got some exciting new music to talk about, some upcoming shows, and all that fun stuff. But first, I have got to talk about Terror in Tacoma. You know, the Terror in Tacoma, the first ever Grit City punk rock show, held at Real Art this last Friday on the 30th of May. Dudes, totally rad show. Really appreciate everybody who came out. The venue was packed. There was such cool energy. Kids were moshing, kids were running around. I heard more than one person say it was one of the best shows they've seen in a while. I'd like to take credit for that, but I really can't. I mean, the bands were incredible. To start things off, we had Caps Lock out of Seattle. This was my first time seeing them, and they do not disappoint. It was a rowdy set, really high energy. They played Nazi Punk's Fuck Off, which is really cool. And they were just absolutely the nicest, sweetest people in the world. So huge shout out, Caps Lock. You guys have sold me. I am a huge fan of you now. Next up was Tongues. I'm sure you guys know about Tongues. I won't quit talking about them. Ask anybody. This was also my first opportunity to see them. It was great. Dylan is just an absolute beast on stage. If you didn't listen to the last episode, I interviewed Dylan from Tongues. So, maybe go listen to that. They played just an absolute killer set. We followed that up with We Bite, which is a Misfits, Danzig era only Misfits cover band from Burien, and they are a lot of fun. Just nonstop, just Misfits. The songs are like a minute, so you could fit 30 of them in a set. Played all the classics, and they brought me on stage to sing Skulls with them, which, of course, I'm going to say yes, so I did it. And we capped the night off with the Rat Utopia Experiment, who had just released Creature Comfort, and of course they played it. And as well as a bunch of other cool songs. They played freaking Maggie's Farm from Bob Dylan, although they played it like the Rage Against the Machine version. Either way, it's a great song. Glad it's in their set list now, because they absolutely killed it. Just a great show all around. Had a blast. So yeah, look forward to more of these in the future. Not too many. Every once in a while I'll put a show together. It's fun. I like being able to curate a show. It's like putting together a playlist that you and 100 other people get to enjoy. So that's that. And now I'm going to talk about some new music, because really that's what I'm here for. Okay, so new music. Let's talk about it. Rat Utopia Experiment, Creature Comfort, brand new single, been hyping it, did a whole Q&A video interview with Fia regarding that song. It's finally out. It's been out since the 29th. It's got an amazing reception so far, which is well deserved. It's a killer song, very high energy, grimy garage punk kind of sound going on here. It's my favorite song from them so far. I think it's their absolute best studio song so far. So I'm going to quit talking about it finally, because now, hopefully you've already heard it. But if you haven't, here it is. And if you have, whatever, here it is. Just listen to it again. It's good.
And this quote is about a young man. He was a young lawyer in New York. He'd married a beautiful girl, and they had a lovely daughter. And then suddenly, she died. This is what he wrote. This president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
Yeah. Also came out on Friday the 30th was the highly anticipated live album from Hot Stepmom. This was recorded for their EP release show at the Spanish Ballroom back in March of 2024. I was there for that show. It was still one of my favorite show experiences ever. That room in the Spanish Ballroom just has so much history in it and so much, I don't know. It's got really cool vibes. Great sound too. And Hot Stepmom just did one of their best sets that I've ever seen. Played every song on the EP, couple of old favorites, and 4 at the time unreleased songs that they played. Well, that collection, that live set is out now. They finally got it mixed. We talked about it. I talked about it with Aine on the episode where I interviewed her. So they finally got it mixed live at the Spanish Ballroom. Hot Stepmom. Go listen to it. It's streaming everywhere. And I'm going to play for you right now the song Murphy, which is otherwise unreleased. There's no studio version of it that exists yet. It's a absolute fan favorite. And this is a great, great performance of it.
Drop kicked Murphy in the yard. Slipped up 'cause all he did was talk. Sent home sitting in the dark. Electricity's off and Murphy told my I'm sentenced to sleep. Woke up, thought it was a dream. So I stood up. Tell you what I've seen. It's that ugly Murphy with my mom. What more can I say? Now I just think up over and over and over again. Murphy, oh Murphy, why would you do me like that? I know you said you wanted payback, but you didn't have to go and tell the devil like that. Murphy, oh Murphy, have you no mercy? I know that I'm awful, I'm nasty and mean, but now that you've done this, I'm sentenced to sleep.
All right, next up, the band Surreal from somewhere up north in Skagit County. I've been talking about them. They've been dropping a few singles, hyping up an album. The album is out now. It's called Scrapped, and you need to go listen to it because it's really good. I'm about to play a song off that album called Ghost, which is the opening track from the album. I had a chance to talk to these kids. Got a great interview. That will be coming up soon. Probably the next episode. Who am I kidding? Anyways, this is Ghost from Surreal's new album, Scrapped.
Check this shit out.
Next up, we've got a fun little funk tune called So Confused from Seattle band Sugar Bones. I really like what this band is doing. They're not punk by any means. Well, I mean, maybe there's some in there. Little elements. They're funk, pop, kind of whatever, but I don't know, they make really fun music. I enjoy it. Check it out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Baby, keep it real. Just tell me how you feel. I just can't give up these things that made it us. When you moved a little closer, came in a rush. I don't understand now. I can love a man when they always say too much. I don't understand how he let it get this rough. I can only say what I wanna say, but damn, you know I'm here to stay. And when you touch me, it just multiplies. I'm a feather in the sky, and I don't mind if I get lost in the storm. I don't care what they say, I don't mind it anyway. I just wanna hold you close and never let you go. You got me feeling so confused. I just can't keep loving you. I don't know what to do, but I can't keep loving you. I said you got me feeling so confused. I just can't keep loving you. I don't know what to do, but I can't keep loving you. And when you touch me, it just multiplies my mind. I'm a feather in the sky, and I don't mind if I get lost in the storm. And I don't care what they say, I don't mind it anyway. I just wanna hold you close and never let you go. You got me feeling so confused. I just can't keep loving you. I don't know what to do, but I can't keep loving you. I said you got me feeling so confused. I just can't keep loving you. I don't know what to do, but I can't keep loving you. All my loving, all my loving, all my loving, all my love, my love, my love, my love, my loving, all my loving, all my loving, all my love, my love, my love, my love. And when you touch me, it just multiplies my mind. I'm a feather in the sky, and I don't mind if I get lost in the storm. And I don't care what they say, I don't mind it anyway. I just wanna hold you close and never let you go. You got me feeling so confused. I just can't keep loving you. I don't know what to do, but I can't keep loving you. I said you got me feeling so confused. I just can't keep loving you. I don't know what to do, but I can't keep loving you. All my loving, all my loving, all my loving, all my love, my love, my love, my love, my loving.
A brand new band out of Bellingham called Third Space just dropped their very first single. It's called Lux. I'm pretty excited about this. I don't even know where to begin. It's maybe a little shoegazy kind of indie pop kind of thing. I don't know. It's really good. Really curious to see what else these guys have in them. Just for a first single, it's really raw sounding, but there's some really cool things going on musically and vocally with the song. And I think these guys have a lot of potential. I'm really looking forward to see what else they do. This is their new song, their first song. The band is called Third Space, and this is their song called Lux.
The way you hurt me, I've been a sucker
And finally, Star Matriarch from Seattle. We talked about her long time ago. She dropped the first single from her upcoming album, Interchangeable. That was very early on in the show. She also gave us that really sweet What is Punk segment. She's been touring the East Coast, a little short tour over there. Just got back. She'll be playing the Spanish Ballroom on July 3rd. Her album comes out tomorrow, June 10th. It's called The Red Ship, and it's going to be available all streaming platforms, Bandcamp. I'm told there's going to be vinyl sometime later in the year. This is a really, really cool album. I think it's very bluesy, a little garage rock. It feels very genuinely Northwest. I don't know if she's from here or from the East Coast. I know that she's lived in both areas, but this is very, very Northwest sounding. I'm getting big heart vibes off of it. Really bluesy, tons of reverb on the mic. So like I said, the album drops tomorrow on the 10th. Go check it out. Go stream it. Buy it on Bandcamp. Order a vinyl when those are available. Or I'll let you know when I know. But until then, listen to this next song. This is called You're Free With Me. It's off of Red Ship by Star Matriarch. Out tomorrow, June 10th. Who are you?
I'm Anya from Capala.
What do you do?
I sing, among other things, but I sing in Capala.
We'll get into the other things later. Why do you do it?
I love it. Music has always been my main thing. Like, it's always just, like, been the thing that's... I've leaned on it in, like, very... Like, it's always just been there for me. I don't know how to explain it, and I don't want to sound corny, so it's just always been there for me no matter what.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. It doesn't sound corny at all. What is punk?
That's a big question.
That's why I ask it every time.
I would say it's a mindset. I'm more in the metal side of things, but I used to be more into punk when I was like 15, 16, but I guess my opinion on it is it's a mindset, really. And there's like, among other things, like music, but I mean, if you have the punk mindset, you're pretty much there.
So, like, you could be a punk and hardly ever listen to punk music.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, the music still has to be there, but I feel like it's more like the mindset's there, less of the music, but you can't not have the mindset and just listen to the music.
What is the mindset?
Fighting for people that don't have the voice to fight, just standing up for what's right and fighting for people who don't really have the platform or the soapbox to fight.
Were you or are you a music student?
I was, yeah, but not right now. I used to take voice lessons with Surreal.
Okay.
If you've been in the Tacoma music scene for a while, you know who Surreal is. She's literally amazing. I love her. Shout out Surreal. And then I took bass lessons for around 6 or 7 years. And I
Okay.
stopped those a few years ago.
That was like private lessons?
Yeah.
So how does that, I guess, well, the bass lessons and the voice lessons, how does that affect or inform your work in Capala or in other bands that you've been in?
Sergey has taught me pretty much everything I know about singing. Like, everything. I still use the vocal exercises she taught me. I still use them to this day. The warm-ups, all the, like, everything she taught me. I can thank her for that, pretty much. Sky Warden got me screaming. He taught me how, like, basics of, like, screaming. So those two, basically, yeah.
Yeah, because there's certainly an art to screaming effectively without blowing your voice.
Definitely, yeah. And when I first joined Capala, it was not there. And Sky was like, all right, hold on.
Yeah, if you're gonna make a career out of screaming.
Yeah, he was like, all right, we need to fix this.
So was there a moment or a band or a specific song that made you decide that you wanted to play music?
Linkin Park.
Okay.
They, since the beginning of my life, since the beginning of time, they have been my reason for, like, everything. And I know that sounds like I sound like a crazy fangirl. All right. But I kind of am, because I have a Linkin Park tattoo on my arm. It was my first tattoo. But Linkin Park and nu metal in general is kind of the reason I do anything.
We all have that crazy obsession.
Yeah, and Linkin Park has been mine since I was like 8.
Well, it shows. It definitely shows in the music.
Yeah.
So how many bands have you been in?
Oh my god. Give me a sec. I need to count.
Because I've seen you in 3, but
yeah,
I'm sure there's been more.
It's 5. It's been 5.
Oh wait, I know about a 4th one, but I'm not sure if you guys ever played.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, so 6 then. 6, yes, 6. Damn.
Okay, break them down. What
All
was
right,
the first?
So my first band ever was 2021. I was on drums, and it was for a camp called Tacoma Girls Rock. Amazing program. I'm not sure if they're still doing their program, at least for this year, but they're amazing. They're for girls, I think, 9 through 13, I'm pretty sure. I was 13 when I did it, so yeah, 9 through 13. Or I was 14 when I did it, so 9 through 14. I was playing drums, and we were called the Aux Quartets. And we were just like a little indie trio. It was very cutesy. It was a great first band. I still have like all love for them. We played one show. Two. We played 2 shows. Yeah. It was great. It was the best possible way I could start a music career, I think. It was fun, and we were all friends, and it was cute music. It was fun. And then I joined Live It Out Loud the next summer in 2022, and that's when I joined Sue the Fish. Shout out to the Fish. I love you guys. Yes, that's when I joined Sue the Fish. They have been my day one. I love them. I just have all love for them. And then I was in Working Title,
Okay, that was on the Live It Out Loud program.
Yeah, I was the Live It Out Loud band.
Was that the same year or the next year?
Same year, yeah. I was in 2 bands that year. I was in Working Title playing drums. That one, we didn't really do anything outside of camp, but it was fun. And we actually had Maddox from the Rat Utopia Experiment on guitar.
Nice.
Fun fact.
Yeah, I wish that there was credits for those bands, because they're all on Bandcamp, or at least the last several years.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really give who all is in the band, which is kind of unfortunate because it's neat. I didn't know you were in Working Title.
Yeah, and on our track on Bandcamp, it's very old. It's dated. All right, it's dated. That was the first time I ever sang in a studio because I was doing harmonies on that track. Because I was like, Sky, let me do harmonies. And then after that, I was in the Rat Utopia Experiment for 3 years? 2022, 2023, 2024. 3 years.
You joined up with them a little later.
Yeah, I joined them a couple months after camp ended.
Okay, so they had a different bass player.
Yeah. His name was Jonathan.
Okay, so Sue the Fish, you joined up Rat Utopia, you joined up a little bit after they had already started.
Yeah.
But what was that like, stepping into an established band?
It was cool. Yeah, I liked it. It was definitely, I grew a lot there. And I learned a lot. And, it was a great experience.
Oh, sorry, I was just trying to look up what song that was from Working Title.
Yeah, it's on Live It Out Loud 2022.
22?
It's called Devil in Disguise. And it's dated. It's very dated.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. It's there. It's on Bandcamp if anybody wants to hear it.
Yep.
Throw a few dollars at the program.
Yeah. Donate Live It Out Loud.
Right. So then you were still in Sue the Fish, playing bass.
Yeah.
And you're in Rat Utopia Experiment.
Yeah, I was in Rat Utopia Experiment and Sue the Fish at the same time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started Capala in 2023.
While you're still in both bands.
Yeah, so I was in 3 bands for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I think to be fair, Sue the Fish and Capala were both not nearly as active as the Rats.
Capala, we still, even though we weren't playing as many shows, we were still rehearsing like once or twice a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were very active. And the same thing with Sue the Fish.
Okay.
Sue the Fish, actually, yeah, we were pretty busy that spring. So it was a pretty busy year for me.
That would have been spring of 24?
Yeah.
Or 23?
2024.
Okay. So that's about the time that I ran into those bands. Because I first saw you with Sue the Fish at Real Art in like December of 23, I think it was.
The Christmas sweater show?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah.
And a few months later, I saw you with the Rats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so then that's 4 bands. We're still missing 2.
Oh, it might have been... Okay, yeah, it is 5 then. Wait, no, because, wait. Yeah, okay, so it is 5. Sorry. 5 bands. And then, I started up... It was like... Okay, so 3.5, because there's a little project that never really... kind of just didn't get the legs up that it needed. So like 3.5, but we were called Fubar.
Okay.
Shout out Radley, shout out Elise, love you guys. But that was like a hardcore kind of thing, a little bit, like more punk oriented. But I was playing drums, and Elise played bass, and Radley played guitar.
Okay. Wasn't there some project that you were, I don't know if this was the one I was referring to. I don't know if it ever really got any traction, but weren't you working with Ben from Stepmom for a minute on something? I don't know if it ever materialized.
I think you're right. Yeah, I don't think it ever materialized because he just ended up joining Capala.
Yeah, because I seem to remember like a flyer being brought up, and there was this band, and Ben was promoting it, and I was like, "Who is this band?" And he was like, "Oh, you'll find out." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, it's going to be me and Anya," and then like it just like fizzled out.
Yeah, because he just joined Capala. But I do know what you're referring to. I haven't thought about that in a while.
That was just one of those talk bands.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
really a
exactly. Yeah.
I've had a lot of those.
Yeah, me too.
So what has been your favorite experience so far in Capala?
Getting to play Mopop was insane. Just anything with them, really. They're all like, we're all best friends. And we're all just like for lifers, basically.
Uh-huh.
So any experience with them has been absolutely amazing. But I have to say, there's this song called Bleed that we have, and it's not released yet, but it is my... Can I swear? Am I allowed to swear on here?
Of course.
Okay, it is my favorite fucking song we've ever written.
Uh-huh.
And getting to play that at Mopop was the most rewarding thing ever. And seeing... There's something about this song that, like, we have a really heavy breakdown in it, and that's it sounds silly saying that, but
no,
we have
there
a breakdown in it that people tend to really like, and usually just like seeing their reactions just makes me really happy, and just getting to do that at Mopop has just been like, I don't know, it was amazing.
Well, that song has some really sick breaks and stops with little bass riffs and shit, little guitar riffs. Quick plug here, that song from your most recent performance is on YouTube, on the Grit City Punk.
Oh,
YouTube.
yeah. Check out Grit City Punk on YouTube. Thank you. I've heard much of that. Yes.
It's also, you can watch the Mopop on YouTube also.
Yeah, our song Porcine is on the Mopop YouTube channel.
Oh, it's not the, okay. Gotcha. That's right, because they only put one song from each set. Yeah.
I kind of wish like we had the whole set, but Porcine's sick. So.
Well, they do, like, later on, like the next year and the year after, they will play the entire sets in the little amphitheater, or the little
it's crazy.
Thing.
Now I have a fear that I'm just gonna like walk in and see my face, and I'm just gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, me and my wife went in there and we watched the Stargazy Pie set from I don't know what year that was, a long time
2023.
ago. 2023.
Yeah.
Tell me about an experience, not necessarily about your band, but just about a local band or venue that really sticks out to you.
Well, on Stargazy Pie, I was actually at that Mopop show you brought up for Stargazy Pie with Sue the Fish, and that was the first time I heard about Sound Off. And that was a great experience because I was like, holy shit, I actually have the chance to like be up there. Like, that's possible. Because like, so I'm only moved here in 2020, so I would go out and do stuff a lot to try and like get to know the area. And I found Mopop, and I was like, damn, I would just go anytime I had the chance to, because it was just like, it's such a cool place, such a cool museum. I love the music culture around it. I love all the exhibits. I just like, I love it. So I went there and I was like, wait, I could actually like play here. So, and then I did.
Yeah, huge shout out to Mopop, not only
shout out Mopop,
just
shout
being an
Gordon.
Awesome museum,
but
also for having that opportunity for local bands every year to participate in that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's such an amazing program. I have absolutely all love for that program.
Where are you from, and how did you get here?
I was actually born in Buffalo, New York, and I got here because life took me here.
Because your parents brought you here?
Yeah. Yeah. I've lived in a lot of different places, but I ended up here.
Mm-hmm. Do you like it?
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way.
So what's your favorite thing about the Pacific Northwest?
The culture and the music scene and the arts in general, just everything about it. I've always been like, I love Seattle. I'm a city girl. I can't, like, I lived in the country for a lot of my life, like upstate New York and stuff like that. So I just love everything about the city. I know I sound goofy saying that upstate New York is the country, but like I lived in rural areas.
Yeah.
Actually, I lived in the country, but no, I lived in like kind of like smaller areas. Oh my God, cut that out. I can't. That sounds so goofy.
You're just a country girl.
Oh my God, no. But that was goofy. That was rough. All right.
All right. It's fine.
I lived in rural areas, like smaller, kind of less populated areas for a lot of my life. So I love the city and I love everything about it. And I love the music scene. I love the history of Seattle, especially the history of the music scene. Singles, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Just because of everything about it. The soundtrack, Mother Love Bone, Alice in Chains. It's like...
yeah. Oh, yeah. And Chris Cornell, like, being goofy, trying to be an actor.
Oh, my God. Do not get me started on Chris Cornell. I love Chris Cornell.
You'll get no arguments from me there.
Yeah.
One of these days, I've been toying with the idea of putting together like an anthology kind of series of some kind, whether it's in print or audio form, of the 80s and 90s Seattle music scene.
Yeah.
I've been completely obsessed with it for basically my entire life. I mean, I grew up like seeing it from afar, but being too young to really experience it fully.
Yeah.
But it's always been a real source of fascination for me. So if I ever get that off the ground, I'll let you know.
Cool. Yeah, I'd love to check it out.
Okay, here's a left field question. Are you a juggalo?
Yeah. I'm not so much into it now. I was really, really big into it, like 13, 14, 15. I kind of fell off. Sorry, ICP. Sorry, juggalos. But, I mean, yeah. I'm like off and on, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So you're down with the clown until you don't feel like being down with the clown?
I'm down with the clown.
All right. Well, fun fact, this podcast actually was a side quest off of a different podcast that originally started as a Juggalo podcast.
Oh, nice.
So there you go. You're coming full circle here.
It's historical.
Yep. So what is it? What is it about ICP that drew you in initially?
This is gonna sound so repetitive, but I'm this way with a lot of things. The nostalgia kind of culture with it, just like the late 90s, early 2000s vibes. I like the way they just accept everybody for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
I like the music. I like how they talk about killing people. I'm like, yeah, this is tough.
Yeah.
Just like pretty much everything about it, but they're just really accepting of people. Like whoever you like, no matter who you are, you can just be down with the clown. I think that's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm like that way with a lot of things where like the culture, like the nostalgia culture around it, I just love. Like I love like Ruthless Aggression era WWE for that same reason. And like old Limp Bizkit, like stuff like that. Just like very, 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 very 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have done well then. Okay. So top 5 movies.
Oh. Ooh. Damn, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, this is a new one. I've never asked anybody about movies.
Oh, you can just put me on the spot. Oh my goodness.
I like to throw one curveball at everybody.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna need a sec to think about this. This is where editing comes in because we're gonna have like 2 minutes of silence.
Or I just play the Jeopardy theme.
Yeah. Top 5 movies.
I mean, I don't care if you have a serious ranking. Just 5
Yeah.
movies off the top of your head that you just love.
Okay, off the top of my head, okay, that's much easier. I was like,
Yeah.
this is like gonna change my whole life. Okay.
You don't
Just
need to
movies-
make a tier.
Yeah, I was
anything.
like, oh my god, we're gonna be here a while. Okay. I'm just gonna name a few that I really love. I really love horror movies. So new Terrifier was fucking amazing. I love the Terrifier movies. I will say I walked out of that theater genuinely about to vomit. You can ask my boyfriend. He has a photo of me, and I'm literally green walking out of the theater, and I'm like literally green, about to throw up. That's how you know it's a fire movie.
Yeah.
So the Terrifier movies, the Saw movies. I just love horror. So the Saw movies, I love the franchise. Spiral, don't love Spiral. Not a fan, but like even Saw 3D, fire. Final Destination. I love Final Destination. I love that whole franchise. I'm seeing the new one tomorrow. I'm really excited because Final Destination was like one of the first like horror franchises I really got into. Throwing a curveball, Juno.
Oh,
I
yes.
love Juno. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay,
Juno's
top 3.
great.
Super bad.
Yes.
Super bad. That's top 3.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
fucking love Superbad. I'm sorry. I need to clean up my language. I just
No, you
really
don't.
love Superbad.
No, you don't need to. But yeah, no, Superbad is fucking incredible. And
Yes.
Juno is incredible too. I feel like that's kind of an underrated movie.
Absolutely. Kind of anything with Michael Cera, I absolutely love. I just watched This Is the End. That was
Okay, I
really
haven't
funny.
seen that one.
It was really funny.
Uh-huh.
It's like Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, Rihanna, who else? Oh my god. I don't remember his name, but McLovin from Superbad.
Yeah, his name is McLovin. Yeah.
Yeah, his name is
Yeah.
McLovin at this point.
There was a bunch of cameos in that movie, wasn't there?
Yeah,
It's like a shit ton of them.
it's amazing. I love it. It's amazing. It was so funny. Danny McBride.
Mm-hmm.
I adore Danny McBride.
Did you watch The Righteous Gemstones?
Hell yeah. I just finished it.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Hell
finished
yeah.
it the day it came out.
Yep.
The day the final episode came out, I was like on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Righteous Gemstones. I've seen Vice Principals. I've seen Eastbound and Down. Like the Holy Trinity. I've seen it all. I love it.
There was this movie with Danny McBride. Oh man, what the hell was the name of it? It was like a LARPing kind of thing, but it turned into like a real like fantasy adventure.
It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't know the title off the top of my head.
Yeah, it started it was like at a Renaissance fair or something.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
anyways, that shit was hilarious. So you love horror movies, you love nasty, gory, gross horror movies,
Yeah.
and you like stupid early 2000s comedies.
Yeah. And then I like sad indie movies too, but
Okay.
I don't know. I really liked them when I was like 14 and 15 in my edgy phase, but I don't watch them as much anymore just cuz like why would I want to bum myself out? Why would I want to try to bum myself out?
True.
When the world is the way it is, I could step outside and I could be like, "Damn, this shit sucks." But
Yeah.
those have a special place in my heart just because like nostalgia. So like I think I don't know, this is kind of a smaller film, but have you heard of Archie's Final Project?
No.
Also, it's also known as My Suicide, but that's one of my favorite movies of all time just because like nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
It's from like 2008, 2009. Very dated. Yeah, it's dated, but it's still it's in there.
Okay. In one sentence,
Mhm.
Twilight.
It's fine? Question mark? I mean, I watched.
I mean, specifically the first one.
Oh, I love the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I
Me
love
too.
the first one. Yeah, no, the first one's great. No, that's a childhood franchise for me.
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, I'd see it on the movies. I like the first Twilight. Yeah. I don't like the other ones as much, but definitely if I had to pick one that I really liked and I would like watch more than like 3 times, like I would watch it like regularly, would be the first Twilight.
For sure. I would too. Where is a good place to eat?
Tacoma's #1 fried rice.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Where is that at? I've never heard of that.
Tacoma.
Oh, be specific.
I think I'm not sure. I think it's downtown. I'm pretty sure. But I cannot even put into words how angelic their food is. Radner's.
Yes.
Fire. Thunderdome Cafe in Real Art. Fire. What else?
Okay, so Tacoma's #1 fried rice. Yes, that is
Downtown
on 11th Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Flame Burger in Federal Way. Flame Burger.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
They're wonderful.
I do like Radner's, though. Radner's is
Radner's. Mimo's.
exquisite.
Mimo's is exquisite. Carne asada, quesadilla.
Okay, I've heard a lot about Mimo's. I've never eaten there.
They are amazing. You need to eat there because
Okay.
they will change your life forever. You will like see God in their carne asada.
Okay. Have you ever eaten at Antojo's?
I don't think so.
Okay,
It sounds
there's
familiar though. I've definitely heard of it.
38th and McKinley.
I'll check it out.
And there used to be one, I don't know if it's still open, on 56th and Orchard.
Okay.
Best tacos I ever had.
Ooh, sick. I'll check it out. Ooh, another good place. Downtown Comedy Club.
Okay.
Their food is fire, and I know it's kind of random, but their food is really,
Yeah, that
really,
is
really
random.
fire.
What inspires you to write and create?
My main thing is I just want people out there to know that there's always someone going through the same thing that they are. And I want to kind of showcase that in my music, and just if people hear, I want them to at least find solace like in music, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because like even though it could feel like that, like there is someone who's in the same boat as you. Like you're never alone. And I know that sounds corny, but it's true. Like truly, even if it doesn't feel like that, and it can be kind of hard to realize that, especially if you're feeling something so intense or like just like intense grief or really anything. But I just want people to listen to my music and like feel like they have a place to go when they don't have anywhere else to go.
I love that. What genre is Capala? I know what you're going to say.
What am I gonna say?
New metal.
Okay. It's complicated.
Mostly.
I think if you ask every member of Capala, they're gonna have a different answer. My general consensus is we're new metal adjacent.
Okay.
I would not say strictly new metal, but I think we're new metal adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
We have some sprinklies of new metal in there.
Yeah. I would say it's largely new metal, but there's
Yeah.
definitely some hardcore in there.
I think we started off as straight new metal when we first started, and we kind of found our own way from there.
Yeah.
We have
As you should.
yeah, a lot of hard rock influence, a lot of Midwest emo with like kind of with the little tappy bits. I don't know how
Yeah.
Jackson would feel about me saying that, but sometimes I'm like thinking like this reminds me of Midwest emo.
You got to sneak the things in, where the other people might not know it.
Yeah, so a lot of that kind of, we have a lot of different influences, but I would say personally my biggest influence is new metal, so I would say new metal adjacent. At least 1/4 of the band is new metal adjacent. I don't know if that sounds weird.
Yeah, no, it's right there. I mean, you have all the elements and landmarks of a new metal band, but it doesn't always come out exactly formulaic like new
Oh,
metal.
I just burped. Oh my god, can you cut that out?
No, you should have heard my last interview.
Oh my god.
That's nothing.
Yeah. What you were saying about new metal, yeah.
The loose, slappy, and tappy bass that's got some funk to it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of funk influence too.
Yeah, really heavy drums, and especially in how the Ben's in the band.
Yeah.
The so over processed guitar that it
Yeah.
sounds like somebody's like choking it to death. And then just like weird little like stops with little bits of noises and stuff. And then of course the harsh vocals. So that's all definitely new metal. But the end result strays quite a bit, I would say, because of other influences, obviously, and just each person's given skill set that they bring in.
Yeah.
So new metal adjacent.
Yes, I would say that, yeah.
Okay, I would say that too. How cool has Ben?
Awesome. He's a very jolly fellow. He has brought so much to the band. I don't know. It's just been amazing. He's such a jolly fellow, and he's an amazing player. I have nothing but good things to say about bro.
Yeah. And the reason that I didn't invite him to this particular interview is because he's already been on the show twice. And we don't want him to get too powerful.
Yeah, his power will grow.
Right.
We'll have wizard
I'm sure
powers.
Eventually he'll sneak his way on somehow. But so how do you view the role of music and art in society?
I think we would be nothing without it. I think we as humans need some kind of creative outlet, or else we'll go crazy. So I think music and art is exactly that. And I think without music and art, we'd be nothing, and we wouldn't have advanced as a society either. Because, I mean, like, art could be anything, you know? Music, music could be anything. Art could be, you need, like, an outlet to survive.
Yeah. Especially people, well, certain people. There's a certain artistic minded type of person that
but
definitely needs to create the outlet. But I think everybody needs it.
Yeah, because whether you're creating it or like consuming it, you still need it.
Yeah.
Because like art could be anything from like painting or like creating like that, or just like TV and movies, or like books, or just like any kind of entertainment, like YouTube. Sometimes. Minecraft. I don't know. Just like anything like that, you know? I mean, like, you should see these like 12-hour video essays people make on like Mario.
Yeah, I've seen some, yeah.
Yeah, there's like definitely an art to it. There's like a big creation element. And like there's people that need to consume art to survive, like how there's people that need to make art to survive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And for the unlucky few, you need both.
Yeah, exactly.
So besides music, what else are you passionate about?
I'm passionate about hair. I'm in cosmetology school. I'm in my last quarter. So if you want a haircut, DM the.band.capala. But I'm very passionate about that in general. I think besides music, hair and fashion is kind of my main art form. I love fashion. I love doing hair. I love doing crazy hair. I love, like, the other day, I did a green mohawk with Liberty spikes and cheetah print on the sides.
Nice.
Yeah, so I definitely scare my teachers.
I was going to say that is also art.
Yeah, it is, because it's creating. And that's one of my favorite forms of art, because you're creating and you're making people feel great while you create. Because they're gonna, like, they should leave with their new hair and be like, I feel amazing. Yeah. You know? And
you're creating a unique experience for that person.
Yeah, exactly. So you get to create and let your artistic abilities out, and that person gets to feel great about themselves after.
That person gets to wear it.
Yeah. Like, they get to feel wonderful.
Yeah. So Capala has been recording.
Yeah.
And recording.
Yes.
And recording.
Yes.
So what does that look like right now?
We're praying for summer.
Okay.
I don't want to say too much. I don't want to reveal too much. So I will say this, that you should keep your eyes open. And the stuff we recorded is pretty fire. And after we drop this, we're going in to record more, so it won't be long.
Are you looking at like just like some singles or an EP or full length?
Like a short EP.
Okay.
A short EP. My family's watching a movie, so if you hear like noises, that's I'm sorry.
Good. What are they watching?
Probably The Godfather. They've been going through that franchise right now. I think they're on like 2 or 3.
Okay. You're not giving us a time frame, but
No, because
an EP?
I'm scared my bandmates will throw stuff at me. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't know if I can say like too much. They're gonna like
I get
take
that.
a bucket of oranges and start throwing it at me if I say too much.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be deserved.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next? What's on the agenda in the immediate future for the rest of the year? What do you got going on in the band and outside of the band?
Release EP.
That's number
finish
one.
filming Herbiture music video. Release that.
Okay.
The summer's pretty laid back for us. I think our next show is, if I'm correct, August 22nd, Rainier on the Rise at Real Art.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was at it was called South Sound Music Fest last year.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
there too. With,
That's right. I saw you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you weren't performing, but you were there.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys had a really busy like spring, I guess. It seems like you were playing
Yeah.
like,
It was insane.
every week.
Pretty much. I'm still
So
recovering.
summer's a little bit more laid back.
Yeah.
That's good. You probably deserve that.
Yeah, we're chill. We're taking a little bit chiller.
Okay, so what about more long term with Capala? Where do you want Capala to be, say, by next year?
We were actually talking about this last night at rehearsal. I think our main general goal for next year is have more music out. Because right now our Spotify is a barren wasteland of sadness and depression.
Well, not really, because there's one song, and that song is fire.
Thank
So-
you. But it is a barren wasteland. So our main goal is to just get more content out so more people can hear us
Yeah.
and kind of put ourselves out there a bit more.
Okay, well, we've reached the end of my questions.
Cool.
Do you have anything else?
Shout out Hot Stepmom. Shout out Pruitt. Shout out Sue the Fish. Shout out
Rip.
yeah, rest in peace. I love y'all. Did you hear that? Sorry, they're watching The Godfather.
No, I didn't hear that.
My mom just screamed, "Oh shit!"
She's upset
out.
about Sue the Fish, as
Yeah.
was I.
Oh no! Shout out. Ooh. Shout out. Ooh. Dang, I should have. Give me a sec. Shout out Hot Stepmom. Shout out Pruitt. Shout out Jordan from Mopop. Shout out Sky Warden. Shout out Live It Out Loud. Go donate. If you're interested and under 18, go join Live It Out Loud this year. That's how Capala started. That's how True started. That's how Sue the Fish started. Like, it's a fire-ass program. Shout out Linkin Park. Shout out Linkin Park. Shout out, yeah. Just like everyone that supported us, got us here. You know, just everyone who, like, took the time out of their day to support us or engage with us, just that's meant the world to us and helped us get where we are today. Shout out Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's my list.
Okay,
Shout out Mason.
great.
That's my boyfriend. Shout out Mason. He's a bassist.
Boy, you almost left him out. That would
I
have been awkward.
know. Shout out. Yeah. Just shout out everyone in the music scene. Shout out the Seattle scene. Yeah. I've shouted out a lot of people. This sounds like the beginning of a mixtape.
Yeah, well, I was thinking this is like the last song on like a 90s rap album. It's just like
Yeah, I need
everybody
like
in the crew just
lighter
naming
flicks.
them
This
off.
is like a circa 2010 Lil Wayne mixtape right now. Oh Millie.
Hell Yeah. And the cover is going to be you being sick after seeing the Terrifier movie.
Hell yeah. Oh. No, hell no.
Oh, come on. Okay, well, thank you very much, Anya. It's been a blast.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this
And-
soapbox.
Well, of course. And hopefully it won't be too long before I am seeing you again on stage or otherwise.
Yeah.
Thanks, Anya. Like she said, their music catalog is very sparse right now. There's literally Bring Me Down, which is such a cool song. If you don't know that song, what the hell are you doing? It's so good. It's one of the 6 breakdowns ever. And then they have a live track on streaming also called Tremble. She mentioned the song Bleed and how much she likes it. I like that one too. I have a few recordings of it. I found the best one, and I'm going to play it for you right now because, baby, I love bootlegs. Let's talk about shows. Upcoming shows. Shows you may want to go see. Spoiler alert, there's a lot. And I'm not going to tell you all of them because I just can't. There's a lot. I'm just going to highlight a few that came across my desk that I think are interesting. Maybe you should go. Maybe you might see me at one or two of them. This Friday, Friday the 13th, at the Black Lodge, Syra Worth, Lil T for T, 9 to 5 Hyperfuck, and Orthodoxer. The following week, the 21st, at Jewel Theater is Nailbiter and Fuck You. Same day, at Real Art in Tacoma, Dead Air Radio presents Eyes Luna, Lilith, Dragged Out, Eyesore, and Mandate Heaven. Same day, in the Blue Room that's in Bellingham, Back to the Loud, Slow Fall, and Surreal. That's Surreal's album release party, I think. Maybe they already did that. Either way, go check them out if you're in the Bellingham area or feel like driving there. The 22nd at Spanish Ballroom is Capala, Sunbathe or Die, Mismanaged, and Zaylee Hayes. That's put on by Whiplash Booking. They currently have a podcast going. Their last episode, they interviewed the bands that are playing this gig at the Spanish Ballroom. Go check that out, and then check out the bands. And finally, on June 22nd, Sunday, at Real Art, is the Upchucks, Liability, Paganoid, The Indicted, and Fishy Mushroom.
Who are you and what do you do?
Hi there, I'm Charli from Stormboy. I play guitar and I sing sometimes.
What is punk?
Well, I think punk will always mean something along the lines of fighting back against what oppresses you, and just like things that are holding you back from chasing your dreams and doing what you believe is right. Especially to me, coming from Guatemala and Central America, where Christianity is so prevalent. My family, who I grew up with, was always trying to turn me into somebody who I wasn't, and I always spoke my mind, and I always stood up for myself, and I was never able to make them understand who I really was, but I kept on being myself and kept dressing the way I liked, kept listening to the music that I liked, and kept speaking my truth. I think that's kind of what punk is.
Thanks, Charli. And that's pretty much our show. So once again, Terror in Tacoma was a blast. Thanks to everybody who showed up. Thank you to the bands. New music is out. Rat Utopia Experiment, Hot Stepmom, Surreal, Sugar Bones, Third Space, Star Matriarch. Go stream all those albums. Buy whatever merch you can from them. If it's on Bandcamp, buy it on Bandcamp, even if you don't use the files. Just throw some money at them, please. Again, thank you, Anya, for the interview. The band Capala, you can see them on the 22nd. They're playing also at the Rainier on the Rise Festival, which is in August. More details on that as we get a little closer. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this. It's really nice that people actually care enough to listen to my silly little show where I talk about the music that I like. And speaking about things that I like going to shows. And I like talking to people at shows. I like meeting new people, especially the bands, but also the fans too, photographers. I'm kind of socially awkward, but I like meeting people on my terms, and at a show is totally on my terms. So if you see me, come say hi. And on that point, if I talk to you at a show, you're my homie. So if you see me, come say hi. And also, I need to start getting better at pictures, and I really think everybody should. A lot of people are good at it. Some people aren't very good at it. If I'm out and about, I really want to document the moment, document the experience and the people, and I really suck at that. I'm going to try to get better. So if we're hanging out at a show, take a picture with me. Encourage me to take pictures, because sometimes I just don't think about it. But I'll tell you what I am thinking about, that it's time to end the episode. So, of course, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, Grit City Punk. I'm on Bluesky under Jiggles, Jiggles. I'm on Freak Scene US. Check out my YouTube. It's Grit City Punk on YouTube. Tons of live footage from shows that I've been to. A couple little bonus things. The video Q&A with Fia from Rat Utopia Experiment is on there. There's a couple of little bonus things. The podcast stream is also there, so if you prefer to use YouTube, there's no video on the podcast, but the audio is there if you want to watch it. Everything is in the link tree. I'll link that. I'll also link all the places you can find the bands that we talked about today. And I'm going to close it out, and I'm going to play a song that is near and dear to my heart from a band that is sadly no more. And of course, I'm talking about Sue the Fish. Of course, talking to Anya got me thinking about Sue the Fish, their one and only song they've released. It never was released full on streaming or anything. It's only on Bandcamp under the Live It Out Loud program. But it's a damn good song. So this is Sue the Fish with Preaching Insanity. Be good to each other. And I'm out.
This has been a Jiggle Down Productions production.
What should I say?
Have you heard the show?
Do I just say, oh, is it just like, hi, I'm Anya, you're watching Grit City?
Listening to.
You're listening to, thank you.
Yes.
Listening to
But you can
Grit
do it however
City
you want.
Podcast? Is it
it's just Grit City Punk. I don't like
Just
calling
Grit
it a
City
podcast
Okay.
because there's like that, really, really horrible meme going around that like podcast guys, and it's just like, fuck, no,
Yeah, I get that.
don't lump me in with that shit.
I get that.
I'm a journalist. I'm conducting serious business here.
All right, I got you, yeah.
Okay.
All right, am I good?
Go for it. You can do it a few times if you need to.
All right, I'm Anya from Capala, and you're listening to Grit City Punk.
All right. I think things got a little glitchy there.
Oh, my bad, thank you.
Do it again. No, it's not your bad. It's your internet provider's bad.
I'm Anya from Capala, and you're listening to Grit City Punk.
All right. Now one more time, but like act like you're pissed off about it.
No, that's gonna make me seem like a bitch. You're trying to get me canceled, bruh. All right, I'll do one more, but I'm not gonna sound like I'm being like bitchy. I'm Anya from Capala, and you're watching Grit City Punk. Fuck, you're listening to Grit City Punk. Can you put that in? That's so funny.